Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel if you've been here, and welcome to my channel if you are new. To start off, I am so sorry that this video is so late. A bunch of things happened this week that kind of just came up, so it's just been a really crazy week. I will be talking about one thing that happened this week, and I will be talking about the other thing that happened this week in my next video. So with that, let's get into it. So to start off, Jules had a lot of firsts this week. She got to ride in an ambulance for the first time and actually stayed in the hospital with me for the first time. So it was a very stressful environment. The ambulance ride was very bumpy, very small, but she did really good in it. The hospital was very stressful as well. Just people have a lot of kind of negative energy, so I think that really affected her. Basically what happened was I went to a different state for my therapy appointment, and I go to a different therapist than one in my state because when she was an intern, she used to work in my state. So when she was an intern, that's when I first met her, and she was just super amazing, knew my case, and I was just really pleased with having her as my therapist. And then she graduated, I don't know what you call it, but she wasn't an intern anymore, and then she became like an actual counselor, and they moved her to a different VA. So I thought like that was it, I wouldn't be able to see her anymore, whatnot, but that was not the case. With the VA, there's something called VVC. You can have appointments over video, so that's what we did, and she actually is not that far away from me. I mean, it's probably kind of far to go to an appointment, but I do a lot better in person, and having her be able to see me and see how I'm doing is also very important to me. So I guess what happened was I went to that therapy appointment, and I wasn't doing very well, so she decided I needed to go to the hospital. And of course Juliet was with me because I was not planning on going to the hospital, and honestly I probably would have not put her in that situation if I could have avoided it. But the fact of being in a different state really made things very complicated. So I didn't have anyone that could come pick her up. I couldn't go across the border to a different hospital, and so I basically got stuck in that state with my service dog. So it was just a very bad situation. It just wasn't helpful. It was an experience. I mean, out of all of it, I did learn a lot about her and what she can put up with, and for it being her first time in an ambulance, which is really stressful, it's small, it's bumpy. There was a guy like inches from me asking me all these questions. Obviously my anxiety and everything was through the roof. She sensed that right away, and she just like fed off my anxiety like crazy and knew I had anxiety, but it definitely was not something she enjoyed. She definitely was not happy about how I was feeling and how bad my anxiety was. But anyways, so we get in the ambulance. It was super easy, not a bad ride at all. The EMT had called ahead to the hospital like they always do, and had told him that I had a dog. I had told them to make sure that they know I have a dog so I don't have issues, and that she's in training. They had said, they're like, what kind of dog? They didn't ask anything else. They're like, what kind of dog? And I was like, that does not matter, like at all. It does not matter. A service dog can be any type of dog. It's just about the dog, the temperament, and the training. You can train pretty much any dog to do something, just like how people are all different. So that really made me mad, and I didn't say anything. I was like, that does not matter. But anyways, moving on. So we got out of the ambulance and they wheeled us in on the gurney, and she just like was sitting up in like on my lap, just looking around, more like just looking forward actually. And so we got into the hospital, and everyone at the desk where they were at had like stopped and just like looked at my dog and us just like coming in, because she had her goggles on and her boots on and the whole nine of all her gear that I put on her. And so, and they don't get dogs in there very often. Like, most people don't know anything about dogs in hospitals. They just, like, service dogs in hospitals, I mean. But a service dog is allowed in every part of the hospital. It doesn't matter if you have to stay for a month or 2 days. The only two places that a service dog is not allowed is the burn unit in an operating room. So she can go anywhere with me in the hospital, and that's just like, most people don't know that. And there was actually one lady that was like so uneducated. She was making me so mad. I was telling her my dog is allowed at every part of the hospital except for those two I just named, and she was like, I don't see why you need her. We have doctors and they can tell everything before a dog can, which is totally not true. A dog can smell the changes in your body going through your body like the second it takes place. So like, there's dogs out there that aren't service dogs, and they love their person so much they kind of try to tell their person that something is wrong without even being trained. Like heart attacks and seizures, like a dog can sense that because it smells the chemical slowly going through your body. And like with seizures, it's like a chemical that goes through your brain, so they smell that. They can't really track that in a hospital. They don't really see you having a seizure till you're having a seizure. So I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, you work in a hospital and don't know anything about a hospital. But I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't think people understand how much a service dog actually works. Like, they are picking up the like smallest changes of a scent, like the fact that there's like the small chemical changes in a brain or the small chemical changes of a heart. They pick up the heart raising or lowering, or just, there's just so many things that they can do that we definitely cannot do, no matter what our technology is. Like, they're just, there's a reason there's service dogs and their medical equipment. So when she was telling me that, I was just blown away. I was like, you don't understand. But anyways, moving on. So I actually got a little bit of footage of us in the hospital, and me just laying on a bed and her just laying on me. Didn't get a lot of footage of us in the hospital, unfortunately, because I wasn't allowed to take any footage, and two, it was a very stressful environment. My focus was on Jules's focus was on me, so we were just trying to just contain our emotions. So the last thing really on my mind was footage, which is unfortunate. I should have thought about it, but like I said, it wasn't planned. So I mean, I guess a lot of things, a lot of visits to hospital aren't planned, but this, like, I just had a thought that I was going to a therapy appointment, and it turned into a whole thing. I had to stay the night there, and it just was a long, like 24 hours ish, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, that's really what happened with the hospital. She did so well, and she's been so attached to me since that encounter. I'm not really sure why, but she's just been way more attached to me and just following me around and is laying by me and all sorts of shenanigans. Hey, where are you going? Jules? Hey, where are you going? You gonna leave me? That's not fair. I just said she was attached to me and she literally just left. Okay, well, guess I shouldn't open my mouth, really. That's cool. Anyways, I'm not really sure what else I want to put in this video. I know it kind of sucks I didn't get any footage. I really wish I had, but again, I was in the hospital, wasn't feeling great. So the next video I'm going to put out is the one about why Jules and I have been so busy this week, and I'm excited to let you guys know what we've been up to. So I think that's it for this video. Oh, I'm good. We're all good. The hospital thing, I know it can seem serious, but I'm okay. I will see you guys in the next video.